Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine you're running your business. Maybe it's been a long day, and then bang, a one-star review pops up online.
Ugh, yeah. The worst feeling.
Right. It happens. But then you read it and you realize, wait a minute, this is from that client I actually tried to make things right with before this review.
The one you reached out to.
Yeah. Reached out, they went silent, and now here's the bad review. And get this, they're demanding money to take it down.
Wow. That's, yeah, that's more than just frustrating. It feels like extortion.
Total gut punch. And this specific kind of thorny situation, that's where we're digging into today. We're using insights from a marketing Q&A by Unscrewed Marketing, specifically their CEO, Vicky Wu. She's got like 30 years in high-level marketing.
Yeah, Fortune 500 companies down to entrepreneurs. So she's seen it all, understands the pressures at different scales.
Totally. Gives her advice real weight. So our mission here is to really unpack Unscrewed Marketing's take on this exact problem, the demand for cash to remove a bad review.
Not just what they say, but the reasoning, the why, and maybe crucially, what you should do instead.
Welcome to your marketing department, where we share the best tips for marketing your small business. And the full link to this topic is down in the description. Be sure to subscribe so that you never miss our latest update.
So what's the immediate top-line answer? Should you pay up?
It's crystal clear. According to Unscrewed Marketing, the answer is a hard absolutely not.
Yeah, absolutely not. No gray area there. Okay, so let's get into the why. Why is paying such a bad idea, according to them? What are the big risks?
Well, it's not just about, ethics, though that's part of it. The really big, immediate danger is that it sets a terrible precedent.
The precedent. Okay, how so? Like, what could happen?
Think of it like opening Pandora's box, maybe. Yeah. If you pay one person, word can get out. That reviewer might tell someone or even boast about it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And suddenly you could be looking at more demands, maybe from other unhappy customers, maybe even from people who were never your customers, just trying their luck.
Wow, so you're trying to solve one fire, but you might just be pouring gasoline on a bigger one.
Exactly. It can snowball really fast. And plus, there's the perception issue. Paying someone off kind of looks like you're admitting you did something really wrong, right?
Yeah, looks like hush money. Undermines trust completely.
And then there's the huge practical reason Unscrewed Marketing highlights, the one that could genuinely hurt your business long term.
Okay, what's that?
It's about the platforms themselves, offering anything, money, free stuff, whatever, specifically to get a review removed or changed. That's usually against the terms of service for Google, Yelp, Facebook, all the major players.
The fine print catches up. And violating those terms, what's the fallout?
It can be severe. They could actually remove your entire business listing permanently.
Permanently?
Yeah. Think about how much you rely on Google Maps or Yelp reviews or your Facebook page for customers to find you. Getting kicked off those platforms, that's potentially way more damaging than one negative review could ever be.
Okay, that's incredibly impactful. So the expert advice is clear. Paying is totally off the table for ethical reasons, strategic reasons, and platform compliance reasons.
Yeah.
But, all right, the bad review is still sitting there. Maybe the person is still bugging you. If you don't pay, what do you do?
Unscrewed Marketing gives some really clear, actionable alternatives. First step, just take a deep breath. Negative reviews happen. It's not the end of the world.
Okay, breathe. Don't panic. And the usual advice is always to respond, isn't it? Professionally.
Always respond. That's vital. Unscrewed Marketing really emphasizes responding to all reviews, good or bad. Now, in this specific case where they're demanding money after you already tried to help, they recommend responding publicly.
Publicly. Interesting. How should that look?
Factually, professionally. You state clearly that you already attempted to contact them privately to resolve the issue. Then you invite them, again, publicly, to contact you directly so you can work it out.
So you show everyone else reading that you're trying to be reasonable and helpful.
Exactly. It puts the onus back on them to engage constructively, not through demands.
What about those reviews where you genuinely suspect it's fake? Like, you search your records, and this person just doesn't exist as a customer.
The source covers that too. Same principle. Respond publicly and professionally.
Okay.
Unscrewed Marketing suggests saying something like, "We can't seem to find your details in our system. Could you please provide your order number or contact us directly so we can look into this?" If they don't reply to that, you can even post a follow-up publicly again saying you still haven't heard from them or found their record.
So it subtly signals to other readers that this might not be legitimate without you having to outright accuse them.
Precisely. It shows you're doing your due diligence.
Okay, got it. But let's switch gears. What if the review is from a real customer? And yeah, maybe you did make a mistake, a legitimate complaint.
Then the focus absolutely shifts to making it right. Unscrewed marketing stresses this. Fixing the actual problem demonstrates to all your potential future customers reading those reviews that you care about customer satisfaction and stand by your service.
Right. And making it right might involve offering something, like a refund.
It might. A partial refund, a full refund, maybe a discount next time. But here's the key distinction unscrewed marketing makes. That compensation is for the service failure itself, for the bad experience they had. Not as a payment for removing the review. That's the critical line you don't cross. Fix the problem because it's the right thing to do for the customer.
Okay, that makes sense. Compensate the problem, not the review takedown.
Exactly. And remember who you're really talking to with that public response. Yes, you're addressing the reviewer, but even more importantly, you're speaking to all the potential customers who will see that exchange later.
They're judging how you handle criticism.
Absolutely. A professional, empathetic, problem-solving response can actually win you points, even alongside a negative review.
So when is it okay to bring up the review itself? Can you ever ask them to take it down or change it?
Yes, but only after the issue is resolved. According to the source, once you've genuinely fixed the problem and the customer seems satisfied, then it's perfectly fine to politely ask if they'd consider updating or removing their original review to reflect the resolution.
Ah, okay. Solve the problem, make them happy first. Then and only then, you can ask if the review still feels accurate to them now.
That's the sequence. And also, keep perspective. Unscrewed marketing points out that 1 or 2 bad reviews generally won't sink a business, especially if you're actively building a strong base of positive reviews.
Right, the overall picture matters.
Definitely. Keep encouraging your happy customers to leave feedback. That consistent stream of positive experiences creates a much more balanced, realistic view and really dilutes the impact of the occasional negative one.
So, wrapping it up, the core message from Unscrewed Marketing is pretty firm. Resist that temptation to just throw money at the problem to make a negative review disappear.
Absolutely. It's a short-term fix with potentially huge long-term costs, ethically, strategically, and with the review platforms themselves. The sustainable path is professional engagement, genuine problem solving.
And building that positive reputation authentically. By actually being good, not just trying to look good by paying off critics.
Well put. That's the essence of it.
So this deep dive, pulling from Unscrewed Marketing and Vicky Wu's experience, really gives you, the listener, a solid game plan for this specific, nasty situation. You've got the emphatic no on paying, the clear reasons why not, and the practical steps for what to do instead. Whether the review feels legit or totally bogus.
It underscores that building trust online isn't about erasing negativity. It's about how transparently and effectively you handle it when it arises.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you to chew on, kind of stemming from the source material. Think about how the rules set by these huge online platforms like Yelp or Google, saying you can't pay for review removal, are actually shaping the ethics of online business. How do those platform rules themselves define what it means to build trust and operate legitimately in today's digital world? Something to ponder.
A few months from now, you're either going to be relieved that you fixed your marketing or regretting that you didn't. The guesswork, the wasted budget, the missed leads, it doesn't have to keep happening. Grab your 360-degree marketing assessment now at unscrewedmarketing.com and let's get you a strategy that actually works before you lose more time chasing tactics that don't.